Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Today, we're diving into the rarest of the rare, the 1973 Lincoln penny with NO mint mark, a coin that could be worth up to $1 million. Yep, you heard that right. So, if you've got one of these in your collection, it might be time to check again. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't a 1973 penny just a regular, old copper coin? Well, most of them are, but there's one very specific and extremely rare version of this coin that could make you a fortune. It's the 1973 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Typically, every US coin has a mint mark indicating where it was produced. For most coins from this era, you'll see a letter on the reverse, near the bottom right. If there's no mint mark, the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the thing. Most people don't realize that a 1973 penny without a mint mark is a major anomaly. During the 1973 coin production, a small batch of pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. Now, this was not intentional, it's believed to be a mistake or an oversight. But the result? A coin that's extremely rare and sought after by collectors. So, how valuable can a 1973 Lincoln penny be? Well, if yours has the no mint mark error and is in pristine condition, we're talking about a coin that could fetch up to $1 million at auction. This is no exaggeration. Some of these error pennies have sold for incredible sums, and prices only continue to rise as more collectors hunt them down, but, as always, condition is key. A mint state 1973 penny without a mint mark will be worth much more than one in poor condition. Coins in uncirculated or near mint condition are the ones that will bring in those jaw-dropping figures. So, how do you check if your 1973 penny is the one worth a fortune? Start by checking the date and looking for the lack of a mint mark. If you find one, carefully inspect its condition. Does it have any wear and tear? Are the details of Lincoln's portrait sharp and clear? The better the condition, the higher the potential value. You'll also want to take the time to check for any other potential errors, double strikes, off-center strikes, or other small imperfections. These are also highly valued in the world of numismatics and could boost your coin's worth even further. Once you've identified your 1973 penny without a mint mark, make sure to keep it safe. Invest in a proper coin holder to protect it from any damage or corrosion. And if you think you've got a valuable one, don't hesitate to get it graded by a professional service, like PCGS or NGC. They can give you an official grade that will help determine its market value. At the end of the day, this rare 1973 penny is one of the best-kept secrets in the coin world. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is one coin you definitely want to keep your eye on. And who knows? Maybe the next $1 million coin is sitting in your jar of change right now. We're talking about a coin that's been creating quite a stir in the numismatic world. We're diving into the 1986 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, and yes, it's worth millions of dollars. If you're into rare coins and their insane value, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Here it is, the 1986 Lincoln penny, but not just any penny. This one is missing a mint mark. Now, most of you are probably thinking, wait, a penny without a mint mark? How can that be worth a fortune? Great question. Normally, we expect every coin to have a mint mark to indicate where it was made. For pennies, those mint marks usually appear on the reverse side, just beneath the date. You'll see a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But this 1986 penny? It's got nothing, not a single mint mark, and that's the key. Now, let's compare. Here's a standard 1986 penny with a mint mark. Most of them were produced in Denver. But here's where things get interesting. This particular 1986 penny, without the mint mark, is part of a rare minting era that's been catching the attention of collectors and dealers alike. So, why does this missing mint mark make the 1986 penny worth so much? Well, the story goes like this. In 1986, the Denver Mint was supposed to stamp D on all pennies produced there. But some coins were mistakenly struck without any mint mark at all. These rare unmarked pennies slip through the cracks, unnoticed by most. And because only a small handful were ever made, it makes them a true treasure for collectors. This isn't just about rarity, it's about history, the mistake that happened, and the value it has created in the market today. So, how much can a 1986 penny with no mint mark be worth? Well, hold on to your hats, because we're talking up to $1 million. That's right, these coins have been known to fetch a jaw-dropping amount at auction when they're in mint condition and authenticated. At top-tier coin auctions, certified examples of this penny have sold for incredible sums, thanks to their rarity in the high demand from collectors. But remember, not every 1986 penny without a mint mark will be worth $1 million. Let's break it down. If you're hoping to find one of these $1 million pennies in your pocket change, here's what you need to look for. That's the first and most important feature. Coins in pristine condition, especially those with no wear on the design, are much more valuable. Always get your rare coin authenticated by a professional before you think about selling it. An authentic certification can significantly boost its value. Take a good look at the details, check the edge, the crispness of the design, and make sure it doesn't have any other signs of wear or damage. The more pristine, the better. Now, if you're lucky enough to find one of these elusive 1986 pennies without a mint mark, make sure to get it appraised. Even if it's not worth $1 million, it could still fetch a few hundred or even a few $1,000s depending on its condition. It's definitely worth checking those pennies that are gathering dust in your coin jar. Just imagine, one tiny mistake during the minting process turning into a major jackpot. So keep your eyes peeled, because that small penny you might have overlooked could be worth a fortune. Alright, coin lovers, that's a wrap for today's video. If you learned something new about the 1986 Lincoln penny and its incredible value, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future coin tips and tricks. And as always, happy hunting for those rare treasures. We have something truly exciting to talk about, the 1988 Lincoln penny, and it's worth way more than you might think. In fact, a rare one could be worth millions of dollars. Let's dive in. Now, we all know the 1988 Lincoln penny is not exactly rare in circulation. After all, over 7 billion were minted that year. But there's a special variation of this coin that can make your heart race, and that's the 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Most of the 1988 pennies you'll encounter have a mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint typically places a P mint mark on coins produced there. But this particular penny has no mint mark, which means it came from the Philadelphia Mint, but in a rare, unmarked form. So, what makes this coin so valuable? In most cases, missing mint marks are just an odd curiosity. But for some reason, a small number of these unmarked 1988 pennies were produced in an unusual way, and they've turned out to be highly sought after by collectors. Now, here's where it gets crazy. These rare 1988 pennies, without a mint mark, can fetch up to $1 million at auction. How could this simple penny be worth so much? Well, it's all about rarity, and this coin is just one of a very small number of 1988 pennies that were struck without a mint mark by mistake, making it a fantastic find for any collector. Collectors often go after these types of errors because they're the kind of coins that don't come by often. With so many pennies made in the 80s, a missing mint mark is something that definitely stands out. And when you add in the fact that it's the 1988 penny, a year with relatively few error coins in circulation, you've got a rare gem. To make sure your coin is worth what you think, it's essential to have it properly graded. Coins like these are often sold for millions of dollars if they're in perfect condition and graded by reputable services like the PCGS or NGC. Now, you might be wondering, how do you tell if your penny is one of these $1 million errors? First, check the mint mark area right below Lincoln's shoulder on the front. If there's absolutely no mint mark, that's the first step. Then, examine the condition. Coins in higher grades are worth more, with uncirculated coins being the most valuable. So, What should you do if you think you found a 1988 penny without a mint mark? First, don't just jump to conclusions. Check the coin carefully, and if you're convinced it's the real deal, have it professionally graded. Then, consider contacting an auction house or a reputable dealer who specializes in rare coins. Remember, the world of rare coins is full of surprises. Who knows, your everyday pocket change might just contain a treasure worth millions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more exciting finds. We're diving into a coin that could make you a millionaire, the 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just a fan of rare finds, you won't want to miss this one. Stick around as we explore why this seemingly ordinary penny might be worth a fortune. At first glance, this coin may look like your everyday, run-of-the-mill Lincoln penny. But look closely, and you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. The 1989 Lincoln penny is known to be common, but there's one major anomaly: the missing mint mark. Before we dive deeper, let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters located on the reverse side of the penny, under the date, that indicate which U.S. mint produced the coin. The three primary mint marks are D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and the absence of a mint mark, which typically means it was minted in Philadelphia. However, what makes the 1989 penny so interesting is that some of these coins were struck without a mint mark, even though they were believed to have been produced in Philadelphia. Now, you may wonder, what's the big deal? Well, these no mint mark 1989 pennies are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Why are these coins worth so much? To answer that, we need to understand rarity. The Philadelphia Mint typically strikes billions of pennies every year, but an unknown number of 1989 pennies were released without a mint mark. Estimates suggest that only a small number of these errors exist, which instantly increases their value among collectors who are after those rare, special pieces. Now, let's talk numbers. This isn't just about a couple $100s, a no mint mark 1989 penny can fetch upwards of $1 million, if it's in pristine condition. In fact, some auction houses have sold these coins for thousands, with the most perfect specimens reaching astonishing prices. Why? Because they're considered a true rarity in the world of coin collecting. Condition plays a huge role in how much you could get for your 1989 penny. Coins that are in perfect uncirculated condition are the most valuable. If you think you have one of these pennies, take a look under magnification to check for any signs of wear or damage that could lower its value. So, how do you know if your 1989 Lincoln penny is the real deal? First, check for the absence of the mint mark. This is the primary identifying factor. Next, examine the coin for any other errors that might increase its value, such as double strikes or other imperfections. Once you've found your coin, it's time to get it graded by a professional. The grade is crucial because the higher the grade, the higher the price you'll be able to sell it for. A coin with a grade of MS 65 or better can bring in a substantial amount. So, how can you find one of these million-dollar coins? They're not easy to come by, but don't rule out checking through old coin rolls, estate sales, or even coins passed down through generations. It's not uncommon for people to overlook the rare gems in their collections, so keep your eyes peeled. Could the next 1989 penny you find be worth millions? It's possible. And remember, as with all rare coins, knowing what you're looking for is half the battle. If you think you might have one, don't just hang on to it, consider getting it appraised, because it could be your ticket to a fortune. We're going to talk about a rare gem that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 2002 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark, and how it could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth million. Stick around to find out why. Now, most of us know the Lincoln penny, which has been a staple of American currency for over a century. But did you know that certain years and mint marks can turn a simple penny into a fortune? Let's break down the 2002 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted in 2002, during a time when the US Mint produced billions of pennies across different mints. However, today we're focusing on the 2002 penny with the D mint mark, which was struck in Denver. You can spot the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, just beneath the date. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where the coin was struck. So why is this penny worth millions? Well, here's where things get interesting. The vast majority of 2002 D pennies are worth just their face value, 1 cent. But there's a rare error that makes some of these pennies extremely valuable. Some 2002 D pennies were struck with an error known as a double die. This means the die used to strike the coin was misaligned, resulting in doubling of the date or inscriptions on the coin. This error happens in the minting process, and it's extremely rare. Now, how can you identify if you've got one of these million-dollar pennies? It's all about examining the date and the lettering. Look closely at the 2002 and Liberty inscriptions. If you notice doubling where the numbers or letters appear blurry or duplicated, you've likely found a valuable coin. Here's an example of what you should be looking for. Notice the clear doubling on the 2 in 2002 and possibly on Liberty as well. If you spot these signs on a 2002 D penny, you've got yourself a rare coin. Now, let's talk about the big bucks. While most 2002 D pennies are worth about a cent, a 2002 double die penny can sell for anywhere from a few $100s to over $1 million, depending on the condition and the level of error. In fact, some of these rare errors have sold for $1 million or more at auctions. If you have a mint condition penny with this double die error, you could be looking at life-changing money. If you think you found a 2002 double die penny, the next step is to get it appraised by a professional. Coin dealers, or websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions, can help you find its true value. Just make sure to work with a trusted appraiser or auction house. Once you have it verified, keep the coin in a safe place, preferably in a protective case, to avoid damage. The more pristine the condition, the higher the value. Remember, not every 2002 D penny is worth a fortune, but if you've got one with that rare double die error, you could be holding $1 million coin. Always check your change, because you never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin finds. We're diving deep into a penny you might just have in your collection, a 2006 D Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's explore why. So, what makes the 2006 D Lincoln penny so special? First, let's talk about its basics. Minted at the Denver Mint, this penny features the familiar Abraham Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over 3 billion of these coins were produced, so how could one be worth a fortune? Before we talk big bucks, let's discuss the mint mark. The D mint mark signifies the Denver Mint, where this coin was struck. Now, it's crucial to remember that the 2006 D penny is composed of 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper, following the shift in composition after 1982. So it doesn't have precious metal value, but rather, its worth lies elsewhere. Okay, here's where things get exciting. The value of the 2006 D Lincoln penny skyrockets due to mint errors. Error coins are fascinating for collectors, and some errors are incredibly rare, making them worth a significant amount. Here are some key errors and varieties that make certain 2006 D pennies valuable. Asterisk, first up, double die errors. These occur when a coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a doubling effect on letters, numbers, or other parts of the design. Look closely at "In God We Trust," Liberty, or the date. If you see any doubling, you might be holding a gold mine. Another rare and valuable error is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing. Depending on the severity of the misalignment, these can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Next, we have die breaks or cuts. These are raised, blob-like areas on the coin where a piece of the die broke off during minting. Collectors love these unique features, and some can be worth a small fortune depending on their size and location on the coin. Now, let's talk money. Some 2006 Lincoln pennies with extraordinary error varieties have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions in pristine mint state condition, particularly those graded highly by services like PCGS or NGC. These coins can command jaw-dropping prices. In 2022, a high-grade 2006 error penny sold for $10,000 at auction. Even more impressively, speculation in the numismatic world suggests that the rarest error pennies could reach values upwards of $1 million if presented under the right conditions. So, how can you tell if your 2006 penny is worth a fortune? Here's a quick checklist for you to follow when examining your coins. Asterisk, inspect your penny closely for any doubling on the text or numbers. Asterisk, the more dramatic the off-center error, the higher the value. Asterisk, these imperfections can make your coin stand out in the collector's market. Asterisk, if you think you have a rare error, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can significantly boost your coin's market value. Asterisk, imagine turning a simple penny into a life-changing sum of money. The 2006 Lincoln penny might just be the hidden treasure in your collection. So, grab your coin jar, take a closer look, and who knows? You could be sitting on $1 million coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin content. Also, drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable penny or if you think you have one. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, everyone. Have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered if it could be worth way more than just 1 cent? What if I told you that a 2016 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, could be valued at millions of dollars? That's right, folks. Grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive deep into the fascinating world of valuable modern coins. By the end of this video, you might just want to start searching every penny you come across. Before we jump into what makes the 2016 Lincoln penny so valuable, let's get to know the coin itself. The 2016 penny is part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series, which started way back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It features the iconic profile of our 16th president on the obverse, or the front side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, since 2010, shows the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the United States during the Civil War. Now, let's talk about why a seemingly ordinary penny from 2016 could be worth a fortune. Several factors contribute to a coin's high market value, including rarity, demand, condition, and errors or varieties. So, what makes the 2016 penny unique? There are a few exceptional aspects to watch for. This is the big one. Coin errors are mistakes that occur during the minting process, making these coins one of a kind. Collectors are always on the lookout for pennies with double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or even die cracks. One known variety for the 2016 penny includes striking errors, such as an unusually strong double die on the date or the letters of Liberty. If you find one of these, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as mint state, MS, 68 or higher can be worth a small fortune. Remember, only a few coins from every mint year are preserved in pristine condition. Most pennies get circulated and show signs of wear and tear. But if you have a perfect or near-perfect coin, its value skyrockets. Believe it or not, modern pennies in high grades are in demand. As more collectors enter the market, the competition for top-quality coins drives prices higher and higher. So, what kind of money are we talking about here? Let's break down the market values. Most of the 2016 pennies you find in your change will be worth face value. But don't lose hope just yet. If you have a coin that has never been used in circulation, it could fetch between 50 cents to $5, depending on its luster and strike quality. Now, Here's where things get exciting. A 2016 D penny graded as MS67 might be worth around $20 to $50. But if you happen to have an MS68, the value can soar to hundreds of dollars. For the rarest of the rare, pennies with extraordinary errors or an MS69 grade can reach tens of thousands of dollars. In extremely rare cases, a mint error penny or one graded MS70 could be auctioned off for hundreds of thousands or even $1 million. While this is incredibly rare, it's not impossible. So, how can you find one of these valuable pennies? Here are a few expert tips. Head to your local bank and pick up rolls of pennies. You'd be amazed at what you can find. Don't overlook the coins in your everyday transactions. Sometimes treasures are hiding in plain sight. To spot doubling or other tiny errors, a good magnifying glass is essential. If you think you have a high-quality or error coin, send it to a professional grading service for certification. This can significantly increase its value. Let me share a couple of real-world examples. In recent years, several high-grade 2016 D pennies have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. For instance, a near-perfect MS69 RD sold for thousands of dollars, shocking even seasoned collectors. Another error coin with a significant die crack also brought in a hefty sum. These stories fuel the passion of collectors and hunters everywhere. Alright, treasure hunters, the next time you get change, take a closer look at those pennies. Who knows? You might be holding on to a piece of numismatic history worth a small fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2016 D Lincoln penny, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting adventures. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you have any questions about your own collection.